Hello everyone and welcome to the live stream. I hope that you're all doing good. Tonight, we're going to be hanging out for a few hours. I have a bunch of different things that I want to discuss. Lots of things that have happened over the past few days / the past week that I haven't gotten to put up videos about. Topics I think that, I'd rather talk about in live streams. Lots have happened over the past couple of days. I have a couple of follow-ups to previous videos that I've done and previous topics we've discussed in live streams. So tonight, we're going to be talking about Snow White again, specifically about Rachel Zegler. Now, I've talked about her a few times at this point. She is the new Snow White, the race-swapped Snow White. A lot of people are feeling very skeptical about. She is the actress that they had chosen for the role, and when they had initially announced that she was going to be playing Snow White, there was a lot of backlash. I completely understand why. And she had made a lot of pretty terrible tweets, like calling any critics trolls and bigots, and nothing new in terms of Hollywood actors, but she has decided that she wants to fix her reputation a little bit and fix her image a little bit by calling to love her critics in the right direction. Brother. Listen, if you're an actor who goes on social media and attacks people simply for critiquing the fact that you are in a movie, your performance, whatever the case may be, I don't think that going online and basically saying, oh, I need to give my critics so much love that they change. I think that it's a little much, I'm going to be honest. Because no matter how much she tries to fix her reputation, at least for me, I'm never going to like her. And I'm never gonna go, oh my gosh, it's her, the woman who redeemed herself. I don't know. Maybe other people will like her. Who knows? Maybe other people will love this redemption story arc with her. We're gonna be talking about Brie Larson very briefly. A couple of days ago, she decided to put out some tweets, and specifically a tweet about Shirley Temple, and the internet reacted, of course. There are a lot of people out there who do not like Brie Larson, and I agree. I also do not like Brie Larson. I do not like the performance that she has given us in the MCU specifically. Of course, they want her to be a big part of the MCU. I'm personally not a fan of her acting skills, of really anything regarding her, but she decided to put out a tweet that, of course, people are furious over, that I really, really wanted to talk about, because it had been quiet on the Brie Larson front. I feel like we really hadn't heard much about her. There really hasn't been a lot. She's just kind of been doing her own thing, getting ready for movies, filming movies. She also restarted her YouTube channel. But listen, Brie Larson just doesn't get it. She doesn't. It's like she wants people to like her. She wants to be, just another normal person that we can all relate to. It really doesn't work. I'm going to be honest. We're going to be talking about Sony acquiring Bungie. Of course, a couple of weeks ago, we were all talking about Microsoft purchasing Activision Blizzard for $70 billion, which was absolutely fucking nutso. But now, we are starting to see Sony attempt to buy up companies they feel are important in the gaming industry. And, well, guys, they had announced they acquired Bungie, or they're planning to acquire Bungie for almost $4 billion, which is a hefty amount. Don't get me wrong, okay? $4 billion definitely is a lot of money. But, like, Microsoft just did a $70 billion purchase. I don't think many people are very impressed by this purchase, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I understand that they only can do so much. But, like, you have Microsoft running around just casually making $70 billion purchases. No fucking big deal. I also want to talk about Ubisoft. Of course, the fuckwads at Ubisoft have tripled down on NFTs. I've talked about the Ubisoft situation in a video and in a live stream. But basically, they had said that they were doing this whole Ubisoft Quartz beta where it's NFTs in their games. And then they doubled down and said, we're going to be doing this in the future. We understand there's been a lot of backlash, but we're still going to go ahead with it. We're still going to go forward with it. And now they've decided to triple down, saying players simply don't get it. Players simply don't understand, guys, why NFTs are important in the gaming industry. Oh, jeez Louise. Ah, brother. When you start to tell people they're stupid and they don't understand the importance of something, you're not going to gain a lot of fans that way. Let's just put it that way. When you're deciding to triple down on something that players clearly do not want, you're gonna take shit for it. And apparently they think that this is like it's just a phase. It's just something that, you know, unfortunately it's gonna happen. Yeah, there's a little bit of backlash to it. Yeah, people are a little bit hesitant to support NFTs, but they'll get by it. I don't think that a lot of people are gonna get by it. A lot of people do not like NFTs. A lot of people think that they are bad for the gaming industry. And in general, people don't like NFTs, but I want to talk about that. And I wanted to talk about a new situation with G4. Now, as you guys know, I've talked about G4 a couple of times on the channel. And I've talked about them losing thousands of subscribers on YouTube, thousands of followers on Twitch. And over the past couple of weeks, their views on things like Social Blade have been all over the place. And if you go to their VODs on something like Twitch, their views are also all over the place. Their views are crazy. Some of them have 500,000 views. Other videos or other VODs have like 21,000 views. 300,000 views, but also 9,000 views. And when they're live, if we look at their numbers when they're live, they're not that impressive. 5,000 viewers currently. So a lot of people are thinking potentially that they are viewbotting. And there's a lot of evidence pointing to that. There were G4 hosts going on social media, a G4 screenwriter going on social media talking about how, oh, there was 30,000 people watching this live stream. And if you go to that live stream, and I'll show you guys, if you look at the chat is dead. There's like no one in the chat. And a couple of years ago, there was a big controversy with Kevin Pereira because the Attack channel got banned on Twitch for viewbotting, which is why a lot of people are feeling a little bit worried right now about G4 thinking that they are viewbotting. And I also want to show off, again, on their Reddit, how they are deleting any posts, of course, about viewbotting. So those are the topics for tonight. Hi guys, hope your evening's going well. Welcome to the live stream. We'll get started with the topics in just a minute or two. But hi. Players simply don't get it. Yeah, I think that is, it's a terrible way to approach a situation. Like, I understand that there are developers out there, and there are CEOs out there that think that NFTs are kind of the future of gaming, and they're going to be really big in the gaming industry. And I understand if they want players to see the potential in NFTs. But by telling people, oh, you simply don't get it, and treating everyone like they're stupid because they don't like NFTs, that's not going to impress people. That's not going to make people feel confident in supporting your product. It's just not going to happen. It's just not. I think that the Ubisoft situation, I expected them to probably go silent on the NFT controversy for at least a couple weeks, a little while, but they haven't. They keep doubling and tripling and quadrupling down on the situation. It's like they're seeing the backlash and they're trying to cause more backlash, but it's not getting them sales, so why would they want to do that? My fucking lord. It's a shame because, yeah, I like some Ubisoft games. Over the past few years, I personally feel like Ubisoft games have been a little underwhelming, but I've liked a lot of Ubisoft games in the past. They're not a company that, like, I refuse to support. They're not a company that I absolutely hate. I only want to support the most minimal amount of games from them. Like, I'd buy their games if their games were good. But holy shit, their stance on NFTs and how they're belittling people for not wanting them in games is, I'm gonna use the word, it's fucking toxic. It's so toxic. It means the investors behind them are pressuring them to push for NFTs. Well, yeah, I mean, that's obviously a component of it. Is that they want to make money and they think NFTs are the future and they want to kind of cash in now and put them in games now. But they need to realize there is a point where people are clearly saying they don't want them in titles and they're not going to support titles because of them. Like, you'd think that they'd actually start to listen at some point. I mean, it's a large group of people that are to blame. I mean, look at, like, Cyberpunk. There were many developers who had said there is no way that this game is ready to launch. Of course we didn't want to launch the game in the state that it was. Many developers saying that. You had, on the other side, investors, CEOs, high-ups at the company saying, oh no, it's good to go, it's good enough, we have to get it out before the holiday. And if Cyberpunk was given half a year more, it would have done much better. It would have had way more positive press around it. It would have just been overall a better game. Unfortunately, there is kind of that handoff where, yeah, like, obviously if a game isn't complete, it isn't even close to being done, then it needs more time. But at the same time, the shareholders and CEOs want to make money, so they say, hey, you will only have so much time to finish it up, basically. Like, wrap it up here. But yeah. Suits aren't in tune with what gamers think or wants. They will push this until it hits the higher-ups' pockets. True, but if we look at something like this Ubisoft Quartz, in the first 3 weeks, it was reported that they literally only made $700. That's it. Only $700 for their big new NFT system that they were promoting and that they were excited for. You guys couldn't even break a fucking $1,000. Clearly no one wanted to support that shit. Anyway, we'll get there when we get there. We're not even at Ubisoft yet. Oi, my head is already spinning. Alright guys, let's get started on the first topic, which is going to be Snow White. Now, over the past few weeks and few months, I've talked about Snow White quite a few times. I've talked about them deciding to race swap Snow White and choose a Latina actress to play the role. And a lot of people, obviously, were very disappointed with that, didn't like that. And she decided to come out and call anyone who was criticizing her a fucking troll, which is the worst possible thing that you can do, is call your critics trolls. Yes, there are definitely trolls out there, definitely trolls on social media, in real life, people walking down the fucking street, okay? People are trolls. But to call all of your critics trolls just because they don't want a character race swapped is absolutely ridiculous. And of course, over the past week and a half, I've talked about the dwarf situation for them removing the 7 dwarfs because Peter Dinklage decided to complain, and Disney decided to listen to one actor's opinion, and they decided to cancel the 7 dwarfs and replace them with magical creatures, which is ridiculous. But now, Rachel Zegler, the Snow White actress, attempts to rehab her vile image by calling to love her critics in the right direction. Listen. Listen. If you want to go... I'm sorry. But if you want to go on social media and you want to call your critics trolls, at least fucking go all in. Right? At least we can see the type of person you are. You have your opinion, you're standing firm by your opinion. If I don't like her opinion, I'm not trying to change her opinion. I'm just allowed to say, though, I think your opinion is garbage. And that's it. But instead, she decided to go on social media and call to love her critics in the right direction. Jesus. Ugh. So, of course, she previously detailed she's an anti-police activist. And of course, she had talked about the Kyle Rittenhouse situation. She responded to an article from Vice News reporting that Rittenhouse had been charged with murder, tweeting, "A 17-year-old murderer, a 17-year-old racist, a 17-year-old white supremacist." Rittenhouse was found not guilty on all charges by a jury of his peers. Nevertheless, she used the opportunity to call for the abolishment of the police. So you can tell the type of person that she is with just the few statements that I've referenced, with the statements that are here. Of course, she also called a supporter of Donald Trump a racist after the supporter tweeted, "You're right, if you're an American, vote for Trump to promote free speech." And she responded, "Sit the hell down, racist." She seems like a swell girl, don't you guys think? I mean, wow, I'm really, really glad we have actors and actresses like this in our industry. Wow. I am just shocked she is so stunning and brave. Jesus Christ. If you think I'm using my platform as any decent human being should, as barking orders, okay. I have donated, shared, and will continue to educate myself on the never-ending racism that I and many other white/white passing people am to blame for. Do the same. Be well. With a white heart. Guys. She says she donated. Can you show us the screenshots, Miss Heard? What? I would never. As you guys can see, she's definitely a specific type of actress. She has her opinions, she puts them on social media, and she, again, like I said, she's allowed to have her own opinion. I'm not saying hashtag cancel her over her opinion. But in my opinion, the way that she voices it is dog shit. I feel like she shouldn't be going on social media attacking people for voting for a specific individual because she doesn't like that individual. But it says following her box office bomb with West Side Story, she is desperately trying to rehab her image as she appeared opposite Spider-Man No Way Home actor Andrew Garfield as part of Variety's Actors on Actors segment. I am so sorry, Andrew Garfield. Listen, I am so fucking sorry, my dude. You are, New Zealand guy. I'm gonna put you in timeout for 300 seconds because you're posting really weird stuff in chat. I'm sorry. I like Andrew Garfield. I was never a super hater of Andrew Garfield's. I was never someone who was like, oh my god, I hate Andrew Garfield's movies. He was the worst Spider-Man. But I feel so bad. He had to sit on a call with her. Brother. Jesus. It says that she would address her critics of her race-swapped Snow White casting during the video call after Garfield gushed over her casting, saying what an amazing thing and perfect casting. He basically did kind of go on and kind of say what they wanted him to say. He was talking about how it's an amazing thing and a perfect casting. And like I've said in my videos, she might be a fantastic actress, right? I don't think that this was the role for her. Why not just write a new story? I mean, literally, they're race swapping Snow White. They're changing the story so that she doesn't have a prince who saves her. And they're getting rid of the 7 dwarfs to be little magical fucking creatures. It's not Snow White anymore. He then asked, how are you feeling about it? How are you feeling about the role and the experience? And she responded, never in a million years did I imagine that this would be a possibility for me. You don't normally see Snow Whites that are of Latin descent, even though Snow White is a really big deal in Spanish-speaking countries. As a huge icon, whether you're talking about the Disney cartoon or different iterations of the Grimm fairy tale and all the stories that come with it. She's really big in the Spanish-speaking community. And then she had brought up the backlash, saying when it got announced, it was a huge thing that was trending on Twitter for days because all of the people were angry. She makes it sound like people were angry. Why? Like, she makes it seem like people were angry just because it was her. People weren't angry because it was her. She was like trying to make it this personal thing. Like, oh my god, everyone hates me and everyone was attacking me. It was trending on Twitter for days. People do not like the idea of a character being race swapped. It's just as simple as that. It says, Garfield would respond declaring that people upset with the casting need to be lectured to. Those people, the people we need to educate. Again, I feel like he kind of went into this saying what they wanted him to say, but at the same time, maybe this is his real opinion. Maybe he does feel like white people are bad and need to be educated. I guess if that's his opinion, but he's allowed to have it again. But the thing is that he's not going on social media attacking people for being upset that characters are being race swapped. They're removing things like dwarfs from the 7 dwarves. He's not going on social media attacking people, which is a giant difference here. It says, she concurred, stating, we need to love them in the right direction. Exactly. At the end of the day, I have a job to do, and I'm really excited to do it. I get to be a Latina princess. I would much rather see them write a brand new story with a Latina princess, and I would go and watch it. I would support it. If the story was good, may I add. If the story's bad, obviously I'm not going to support it. But, like, I don't have anything against there being a Latina princess, but don't start race-swapping existing characters to be more progressive and with the times. I also think that it's fucking hilarious that even she called herself a Latina princess, and she gets to play a Latina princess because they have marketed this movie as being a Latinx reimagining, which the term Latinx is fucking stupid. But they've marketed it as, oh, it's a Latinx project, a Latinx reimagining. She's calling herself a Latina princess. Hey, I have no problem with her saying that. Good for you. That's what you should be saying. But they're marketing it a very different way. So that's all that I really had to talk about with that topic. I do not like Rachel Zegler. I do not like this idea of a race-swapped Snow White. I'm not a fan of it. I would much rather there be a brand new Latina Disney princess, them coming out with a new, unique, original story. Instead, they're not. They're probably, I'm going to be honest, they're probably going to create the worst woke remake, reimagining, reboot we've seen. Maybe even worse than Ghostbusters 2016 and The Last Jedi. But that's all that I had to discuss with that, guys. Next, we're going to move on to Brie Larson. Wow, our two favorite actresses. By the way, guys, I have something to show you. So I was at the store, right? Guess who I saw today? Guess who I saw today? My best friend. I'm walking through the aisles, looking at loot. Look who I saw today. My best friend. Amber. It's my best friend. I saw her at the store today. Had to show you guys, sorry. Sorry. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. It's a L'Oreal ad. She's that L'Oreal spokesperson. I don't support L'Oreal. They test on animals. Go fuck yourselves. Yeah, I do not know anyone who likes the term Latinx. I don't. I have, like, seen no one who has been like, yeah, I like the term Latinx. It's so inclusive and nice and good. I've like, seen no one. Yeah, I saw her. I saw my best friend. Who, Farrah? Who? Amber Heard. This stream, by the way, guys, every time I say Amber Heard's name, my videos and my streams get instantly demonetized. This stream is going to be demonetized. It is what it is. Yeah! Me and Amber hung out. We beat up some men. We talked about the patriarchy. It was great. We invited Brie and Rachel, but they didn't show up. Frosk didn't show up either. What can I say? Alright, guys. We gotta move on to the next topic. But I wanted to show you guys that because I thought it was funny. Because I haven't seen any L'Oreal ads with Amber Heard. But fuck L'Oreal, because L'Oreal tests on animals. Fuck L'Oreal. I would never give them my money. Jesus. Especially because Amber Heard's face is on... Her face is on all of that marketing. She looks crazy in all the marketing, like you guys just saw. This shit is nasty. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Body armor edge. Oh boy. This flavor tastes fucking terrible. Yeah, I've never met anyone that's been like, I love the term Latinx. I feel like Latinx is very progressive and really, really positive and good. I don't see that at all. Alright, guys. Moving on to the next topic, we're going to talk about Brie Larson. Now, this is going to be a relatively quick topic. Not something I'm going to stick on for too long. Nothing we're going to hang on for too long. But over the past few days, there's been a big new controversy with Brie Larson. Now, of course, Brie Larson is not very liked. She's not very popular. A lot of people do not like her. I personally just think that Brie Larson is a very mediocre actress. I think that she's actually a bad actress. I do not like Brie Larson. But over the past few months, she's kind of stuck to herself. She's been doing her YouTube channel. Well, she had stopped her YouTube channel, and then she had restarted her YouTube channel. She had said, like, oh, sorry, guys. I, haven't been around because I've been filming stuff, which obviously, I mean, she's probably part of, like, 2 or 3 projects. There's rumors about her being in Thor. She's in the Marvels. She's in a bunch of stuff. I understand. They're really pushing her character. And now we have a new Brie Larson controversy. And I don't really talk about Brie Larson a lot, but this has blown up so much that I had to talk about it. I really, really did. I had to talk about it. Usually, again, I don't really cover Brie Larson topics. I've talked about her in like 2 other live streams, and I've done like 2 videos on Captain Marvel, but I've never really talked about like Brie Larson and her personal opinions and dumb stuff that she's posted on social media. But she is getting absolutely destroyed over her new Shirley Temple tweet. So, it says, just when it seems as if Brie Larson had begun to fix her image, the Marvel actress is now again the center of controversy. Stop. This time, regarding a tweet about comparing herself to Shirley Temple, perhaps the most famous child actor of all time. Now, alright, New Zealand guy, I am going to time you out for, like, the rest of the stream. I mean, you've been around in chat for a long time, but there. Again, guys, listen. No matter what Brie Larson posts on social media, well, if it's negative, it's gonna blow up to a certain extent, right? But it's like every few months, when things quiet down, people aren't really talking about her, people don't really have a problem with her, it's like she does something to get people talking about her again. It says on Sunday, she tweeted an image of herself as a young child with curly hair next to a present-day photo where she seemed to insinuate that she's better than Shirley Temple. Temple, who was given an Oscar at the age of 7 for Bright Eyes, where she's known for singing on The Good Ship Lollipop. Thought I had to hiccup. Which sold over 500,000 copies of sheet music at the time. She decided to say Shirley Temple could never. And of course, this completely backfired on her and caused massive, massive, massive backlash. So it says fans weren't happy at all with the tweet, as the tweet does seem as if Brie Larson is coming off as rather arrogant as she is tweeting about herself, something more than one fan pointed out. This is something that she does. She likes to compare people to herself and basically say, oh, I'm better than this person, I'm better than this actor, I'm better than that actor. So it's not a surprise to see why people see this out of this post. I mean, I see it out of this post. It does seem pretty freaking arrogant. It does seem pretty freaking self-centered. Of course, though, it wasn't just 1 or 2 people who were making comments saying, I think it seems kind of cocky and arrogant. A lot of people do. People are posting lots of question marks and images. Losing a battle you started with a dead person is funny as hell. Listen, I'm sorry, but Brie Larson is not even a 20th as good. I'm actually really not that sorry. people are saying things like, Brie, what does this mean? People wanted kind of like a clarification. Like, did you really mean to sound arrogant and cocky? Was it supposed to just be like a cutesy tweet because, oh, you were younger, your hair was curly? I feel like even that's like a little bit of like a generalization, like, oh, that's probably all it meant. I don't know. Brie Larson, again, is someone who definitely comes off as arrogant a lot of the time, and very self-centered a lot of the time. People are still saying things like, Brie, what does this even mean? Could never, what, straighten her hair? Someone help me out here. I mean, it's true. It's like, what? Why are you posting shit that makes you just look worse? Like, if she was... whatever she meant. If it was supposed to be, like, positive and nice, and it wasn't supposed to be arrogant, you'd think that she would add, like, one more sentence in there. Like, 5 or 6 more words. That's all that it would take. But instead, her post comes off as like a fucking slight at Shirley Temple. Why would you try this? Is this really the hill you want to die on, Brie Larson? Someone posting, smug alert. Fucking hilarious when Shirley had accomplished more by 22 than you have now. She opened herself up to the fucking burns. And of course, I figured since we're talking about Brie Larson, kind of what she's doing right now for acting, I'd bring up this. This was a rumor from a long time ago, but it's been a rumor that's been circulating again, and I didn't really want to talk about the rumor itself, but I wanted to get everyone's opinion on this rumor. Since again, we're talking about Brie Larson, how would you guys feel if Captain Marvel was in Thor: Love and Thunder? Because the conversation's been reignited lately. Lots of people have been talking about this potentially happening. Brie Larson in Thor: Love and Thunder. A lot of people think that maybe she's going to be in it. She's going to be a cameo. Some people think she's going to be more. There's also rumors that Captain Marvel is going to have a romance with Valkyrie. I personally do not like Brie Larson. I don't think that she's a good actress. She was okay in Room, but she was only okay because of the way that the story had to be told. She had to act very cold and very kind of detached, which she always does, but that's why I don't like her acting. But I wanted to get everyone's thoughts on Captain Marvel potentially appearing in Thor: Love and Thunder. It's not confirmed, but we do know she's filming things right now. She could be filming the Marvel. She could be filming this. Who knows? Apparently, they want to bring her into some of the TV shows, but I wanted to get everyone's thoughts, and then we'll move on to the next topic of the evening. No more Brie. Don't care. I'm not watching that movie. I, as of right now, am still going to watch it, mainly because I try to watch things so that I can talk about them on the channel. But I don't really have a lot of excitement or interest in Thor: Love and Thunder, primarily because I know the storyline they're going with. Well, the general storyline they're going with. I don't know. I feel like with the general storyline, it's kind of like, eh. I really don't want to see Natalie Portman as Jane Foster again. Years and years and years ago, she abandoned the MCU. I don't think that she should have gotten a chance to come back to the MCU. Not a big fan of that. The only saving grace is at the end when she, spoiler alert if you've never read the comics, fucking dies. So we'll see. She had to act like herself, yeah. I'm pretty much done with current day Marvel movies. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I still feel like some of them could be good or are ones like I'm kind of excited for, but very, very few. I mean, one of the only ones I can really think of is Doctor Strange. I'd rather see a new Spider-Man movie. Yeah. I mean, we just got a new Spider-Man movie, and I'd honestly, I'd rather wait for another new Spider-Man movie. I pity you. You have to watch stuff for your channel. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Yeah, a lot of content that is really bad. I do watch, and I do try to consume so that I can talk about it in live streams or in videos. Some of it's just so fucking terrible, guys. Holy crap. Holy mother of pearl. I don't want to see Marvel movies, period. Yeah, fair enough. But, yeah, guys, that's all that I really had to talk about with the Brie Larson situation. Talked about the Thor Love and Thunder rumors for a few minutes, and, fans absolutely destroying her over her Shirley Temple tweet. The world is never going to know what she really meant by that tweet, but we can all assume that she was being self-centered like she usually is. I do not envy YouTubers who review movies. Yeah, I mean, a lot of YouTubers who review movies, probably, yeah, do have to consume a lot of terrible content. Like, I don't do full-on reviews for most movies, but I still try to watch them, or most of them, so that I obviously can talk about them, but some content is just so bad, I literally can't even get through it. Strange is gonna be sidelined by Wanda in his own movie. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm still feeling hopeful about it. I'm still feeling hopeful. But yes. That is kind of the direction everyone thinks that they're going to go in. It's a shame, because I like Doctor Strange. Maybe they'll replace Stephen Strange with Cleo, like they are in the comic books. Don't you guys want to see a Sorceress Supreme? A female sorceress running around? I think she's supposed to be, what, Doctor Strange's ex-wife? Yeah, Ezra Miller is fucking nuts. Ezra Miller acts like he's off meds. He threatens to kill the KKK in North Carolina. It's the video itself, though, which makes him seem fucking crazy. It just... He starts it off by being like, hey guys, it's me. If you don't know me, hi. I'm Ezra, and I'm gonna fucking kill you. It's like, Jesus Christ! It's like, calm down. I don't understand where that came from. Like, I guess you're passionate about murder. My God. Goodness gracious. It's just the way he started it. He was like, acting like everything was fine and dandy and so funny and haha. And then it goes from 1 to 100 so quickly. I prefer watching anime than watching DC and Marvel. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of the DC and Marvel content now is pretty bad. I mean, they have made good content in the past, don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on every movie and show that Marvel and DC have put out, but the new content's very bad. Very bad. Everything after Phase 2 of the MCU will never attain the accumulation of the 11 years build up to Infinity War. Phase 3 doesn't have the hyper story personally. Yeah, Phase 3 had a lot of mediocre content as well. Well, guys, I wish truly, genuinely, that Marvel content was better. Now. Again, started off really fucking good. A lot of the movies, Phase 1 and 2, were fucking great. I just really, really wish that we were still getting good, amazing, solid content. Unfortunately, we haven't been getting good, amazing, solid content out of Marvel. He's been nuts for years. True. This isn't like something new. I mean, don't forget, a couple years ago, he beat up some woman in a store that apparently was associated to the message he had put out the other day. Honestly, guys, I don't know. I don't know what to say about him. Ezra Miller, I'm gonna be honest, is another actor I do not really like that much. I feel like he's... I don't think he's the worst. I just feel like he's... meh. Like, it's like they try... I don't know. To make him like this... his roles, it's like he's trying to be this funny, relatable guy, but just doesn't come across well. I'm not a big fan of Ezra Miller. He's pretty weird. Which, hey, everyone's their own individual person, right? Not for me. Side note, I just watched Ghostbusters Afterlife. It was meh. Really, Robert? Well, hey, that's your opinion. You're allowed to have your opinion. I completely disagree with you, though. I thought that Ghostbusters Afterlife was really fucking good. It was like a 9 out of 10 movie for me. It was one of the best movies I saw last year. It'd be that and No Way Home would be my top 2 movies. And then you have other decent movies like Dune. Like, Dune was good. It had its moments that were not so good. But I thought the Ghostbusters Afterlife was very good. Yeah, he is pretty unhinged. Yeah. It's not like he's the type of unhinged that does, like, funny stuff and good stuff. He's the type of unhinged that's dangerous, as you can see with him beating women up in stores. Dune unfortunately disappointed me. Yeah, I liked quite a bit about the newest iteration of Dune, don't get me wrong. I thought that some of it was good. I did. But I also felt like some of it wasn't so good. I liked a lot of the actors. I felt like the acting was pretty spot on. Some of the CGI was pretty good. I felt like a lot of it was very forgettable, though. Like, the music wasn't as epic as, like, the David Lynch version. It was just forgettable. A lot of the scenes you saw were forgettable. I feel like they should have probably waited to release it until this year and then started filming part 2. And they should have released part 2 like a year after part 1, because now we literally have to wait years and years and years and years. They say it should come out by the end of 2023. It's probably going to be early 2024 or mid 2024 if we're lucky. But alright, you guys, let's move into the next topic of the evening, which is going to be Sony. Now, as you guys know, a couple of days ago, well, I guess it was like a week and a half ago at this point, it was announced that Microsoft had purchased Activision Blizzard for almost $70 billion. Absolutely fucking gigantic, ginormous, massive purchase. Giant acquisition. And a lot of people have been speculating about what's going to happen to Activision Blizzard games and what they're going to do with all these properties now, and how is this going to affect the gaming industry. And there are a lot of people out there who are feeling positive about it, which is good. I'm also feeling kind of positive about it because I want it to be a positive situation. I like a lot of Blizzard's titles and I really want them to succeed. I want them to be better than they are now and succeed. But Sony was kind of, I don't know, I'll say up in the air. People were wondering what was going to happen with Sony. If Sony was going to make any acquisitions, if Sony was going to make any power play moves. And keep in mind, there is a massive difference in market cap with these companies. I've talked about it in a video. But a lot of people were wondering, is Sony gonna start making acquisitions? And Sony can't make $70 billion purchases over a weekend just because they feel like it. But Sony has decided to make a bit of a purchase because they have announced plans to acquire Bungie for $3.6 billion. And this is a little bit surprising, but at the same time, it's kind of not. It's surprising that they decided to go for Bungie now. Because obviously, this isn't like a counter move. Acquisitions take a long time. Deals take a long time to discuss and talk about. So this had to have been in the work for quite a bit. But it says, PlayStation announced they are buying Bungie, the studio that developed Halo and Destiny, for $3.6 billion. And I see why. At least I have my theories why they purchased Bungie, but it says close to 2 weeks after Microsoft announced they were acquiring Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion, Sony Interactive Entertainment announced their own acquisition of Bungie. In a press release, SIE detailed the original Halo and Destiny developer will offer their world-class approach to live game services. Live games, gotta love them, and technology expertise to Sony, but nonetheless will continue to operate independently, run by its board of directors and managers, and this independence means it will also maintain the ability to self-publish, reach players wherever they choose to play. It says they will continue to develop Destiny 2 and expand the series universe, but will produce original IPs in the future. Both Bungie and SIE believe the games worlds are only the beginning of what our IP will become, said Bungie CEO and chairman Pete Parsons. We haven't seen anything new from Bungie in quite a long time. We haven't. I mean, obviously, we've got things like Destiny 2, which I am going to show the Steam charts for in a minute, but we've seen things like Destiny 2 and Destiny 1 release come and go. The only thing that they really have right now going for them is Destiny 2. And apparently last year, player numbers for Destiny 2 did grow. And I wanted to show the Steam charts because this is really the only thing they're working with right now is Destiny 2. But if we look at the Steam top player charts, obviously things like CSGO are at 363,000 players, 281,000 for Dota 2, Apex Legends 100,000, PUBG 89,000. But Destiny 2 is in fact in the top 10, and Destiny 2 has stayed around this area. As you can see, the 7 to 10 range, because like 6 is 71. The 7 to 10 range, 55,000, 56,000, 56,000, and then 61,000. So those spots do change quite a bit. They do change. Destiny 2 can be number 10 one day, be number 7 another day. But as you can see, the current players for Destiny 2 are not terrible. And this is only on one platform. This is only on Steam. So you have to consider there's also Xbox, PlayStation, there's other platforms. But it's in the top 10, so that's not that bad. It's not like Destiny 2 is dead, and they have been creating more content for Destiny 2. I do think that Destiny 2 initially came out, a lot of people didn't like it, but as they've created new content, they've balanced the game, they've fixed it a bit, people have liked it a lot. But I personally think a big reason why they wanted Bungie is because Bungie has so far created very specific games. They created Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and then Destiny. And Destiny was actually marketed as a newer experience, a newer FPS. It was going to be revolutionary. It's supposed to change everyone's lives. And Destiny 1 did really well. Destiny 2 also has done pretty well. But you have to look at it. I mean, clearly Halo is much larger. And And even though they haven't worked on Halo in a very long time, it still doesn't matter because we've seen reports saying, oh, Sony wants the next Halo killer, basically. They want to make the next big competitive game. They want to make something new, unique, that people are going to love. I mean, if they really want to make something like that, I mean, why not get a developer like Bungie? And Bungie apparently is working on new original IPs. We don't know what those are. Nothing's been announced, but maybe this year at things like E3, we'll hear about some announcements. And as Grim pointed out in chat, Bungie's market cap is $14 billion. 3.6, yeah. 3.6 is a steal. And even if they've only got the one game right now really going for them, apparently last year it did really well. It made them a lot of money. The new expansion just came out. People are playing it, enjoying it. They're doing pretty well with the one game they have going for them. But as Grim said, no matter how much everyone goes on about Bungie only having Destiny 2, the market cap value is $14 billion, and they bought it for right under $4 billion. So it is a steal, and if they, again, want to create something like the Halo killer, the next Halo, the next big competitive FPS experience, I do think that Bungie could create that. Obviously, sometimes games release, they think they're going to go really, really fucking well, and they turn out to be disasters. Look at Anthem. Anthem was an absolute disaster and a disgrace. They said, oh, it's going to be the next Call of Duty Halo hybrid. It's going to be super amazing. People are going to love Anthem. We see how that went. But regardless, I definitely do think that it's interesting to see Sony pick up Bungie. I know a lot of people really want to see Sony pick up other companies. Everyone's speculating, oh, will Sony pick up this developer and that developer? Like, people in chat are saying things like, hopefully Sony acquires From Software, Capcom, Sega, those companies. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. I do think that we are going to see more acquisitions in the future. It is a little bit worrying, though. I definitely think that it's a bit worrying because we're seeing basically four big companies in the industry. And we're seeing mega corporations like Microsoft making $70 billion purchases. I mean, there's Tencent, there's Sony, and then there's Nintendo. And then, of course, Microsoft, but we already talked about Microsoft. Halo Infinite is the biggest game on Game Pass, so yes, Halo Killer is still a relevant phrase. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I do think that they're looking at things like Halo, and they're going, how can we make the next one of those, basically? How can we make the next Halo, the next big game? I mean, it's like, look at Battle Royales. There were so many indie developers who wanted their games to blow up, and they changed their formats to Battle Royales because a lot of people were playing Battle Royales. We're seeing kind of a switch again. A lot of people still like Battle Royales. Battle Royales are still very, very popular, but we're still seeing things like the traditional multiplayer FPS still doing really fucking well, like Halo Infinite. I mean, if you look at the top Steam charts, you've still got things like CSGO on top. You've got MOBAs like Dota 2 on top, but Apex Legends, I mean, it's number 3 and it's been number 3. PUBG, 89,000. That is a battle royale as well. But I mean, obviously FPSs are still doing fucking amazing, and it's no wonder why a company would want to make the next big FPS. But we are seeing things like Apex Legends, Halo Infinite do really well. And even look at Apex Legends, they are adding a more traditional multiplayer mode to the game. So you're going to kind of have both experiences. You're going to have a battle royale scene. You have arenas, which is 3v3, and they're also adding 9v9s to the game now. So you're going to have that traditional multiplayer experience, and there's multiple maps for it. You have loadouts at the beginning of the round. That happens with Season 12 in 2 weeks. So, yeah, it's no surprise to see Sony go after a company, like Bungie. I really don't think that it's that surprising. I know a lot of people think, oh, it's a bad purchase. They've only got Destiny 2. But again, their market cap is $14 billion and they picked it up for $3.6 billion. It's pretty fucking good. Microsoft could buy Sony Entertainment off Sony Holding Corp without a second thought. Sony is worth, what, 5% of Microsoft? Oh, yeah, 100%. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All these corporations are consolidating and merging to protect against the crushing inflation bubble on the way. Thoughts on the Halo series on Paramount Plus? I want to be hopeful for it. I'm going to watch it when it comes out. I'm really, really fucking glad they got the original voice actors for Cortana to play Cortana. I think that is fucking badass. I felt like, though, by just making her look human, it ruined it for a lot of people, and a lot of people don't like how she looks. I think they should have just added the blue filter over her, the bluish-purple filter like she's had in every game, and people would have liked it 100 times more than they do. I'm gonna watch it, but we know that they're also race swapping, like, the keys, and we know that it seems pretty woke, unfortunately. It's unfortunate when we see race swaps happen, we see gender swaps, and we see story changes. Them decide to not make the AI blue when she's literally always been blue. All they really needed to do is add a filter over her. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna try, and when it comes out and I watch it, of course I'll talk about it and let you guys know my thoughts. And I love Halo, but holy shit, does it seem pretty not so great. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next topic, though. We're gonna breeze through the last two topics. It's gonna be Ubisoft, and it's gonna be G4. Yeah, I wish that they didn't make her look human. I'm not so mad at the outfit. Like, I wish that they would have kept her more towards the outfit in the games. Let's just say, for argument's sake, the outfit's fine. They should have just put a blue filter over her. And I'm not talking about painting her blue. Don't you fucking dare. Add just the blue filter over her. Make her actually look like an AI, like she previously has. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next topic of the evening, which is going to be Ubisoft. Now, you guys know I've talked about Ubisoft a lot here on the channel, especially over the past few weeks with their NFT statements. Of course, we found out that Ubisoft was launching Ubisoft Quartz. It was this beta system. NFTs in their games. They were super excited, promoting it a ton, hoping it would catch on, hoping people would love it. And we found out that after 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks, they had only sold $700 worth of NFTs. And then, after they faced a shit ton of backlash over the NFT situation, and people were very upset with the fact that they were shoving NFTs into their games, they decided to double down and say, well, we're leaving NFTs in our games. This is the future of the industry. And now, they have tripled down, explaining the backlash to NFTs. Players simply don't get it. I hate this. I hate this with a passion. Basically telling people, you're too stupid to understand why we need this in the gaming industry. Like, my goodness, this is a way to get people to hate you. Thank you for the $10 donation, Christopher. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. So it says, after the backlash they received when announcing their Ubisoft... When announcing their Ubisoft Quartz service, the first playable NFTs designed by the Ubisoft Strategic Innovation Lab, honk honk, it's probably like 3 people, Ubisoft insisted that the anger was misplaced because their paying customers simply don't get NFTs and all the benefits they provide. I feel like we've heard this before. Deja vu. They said the same things with loot boxes. Oh, you guys just don't understand. Loot boxes are good for gamers, good for the industry. And they're pushing NFTs as a more positive thing even more than they were loot boxes. But it says when Ubisoft announced their Ubisoft Quartz, there was significant backlash, and the dislikes and negative comments on their announcement trailer prompted them to unlist the video. Fans have made their disdain for NFTs clear, seeing them as unnecessary in the gaming industry, or any industry for that matter. The VP at Ubisoft's Strategic Innovations Lab, who came up with this? USIL. The USIL has taken a more aggressive stance against the backlash, arguing that NFTs are a very new and misunderstood technology and apparently beneficial to the customer. I don't think I've ever heard this. You guys just... NFTs are very misunderstood. It's like, it makes it sound like high school. This is the very new student, and she's very misunderstood. No matter what they say, there are going to be people who are never going to give NFTs a chance. I think gamers don't get what a digital secondary market can bring to them. For now, because of the current situation and context of NFTs, gamers really believe it's first destroying the planet and second just a tool for speculation. But what we at Ubisoft are seeing first is the end game. Motherfucker's about to pull out an MCU film from his purse. The end game is about giving players the opportunity to resell their items once they're finished with them or they're finished playing the game itself. So it's really for them. I hate this. I hate when people do this. It's like that stupid fucking commercial. I'm not gaming for me. I'm gaming for you. Guys, listen. Yeah, we're adding NFTs to games, but it's not for us. It's for you. You don't understand that we're doing this because we care about you. It's really beneficial, but they don't get it for now. Oh no, I get it. People don't like NFTs for a very specific reason. Also, this is part of a paradigm shift in gaming. Moving from one economic system to another is not easy to handle. There's a lot of habits you need to go against, and a lot of your ingrained mindset have to shift. It takes time. We know that. Yeah! So why would you shove NFTs into a game that quickly? Literally, they announced it. They shoved them into their games. They didn't get player feedback. They didn't listen to people's opinions on it and on NFTs. They literally just shoved NFTs into games. That doesn't seem like it's for me. I hate this when they say, oh, it's not really for us, it's for you. No, clearly it's for you because you want to make fucking money from it. He went on to explain that Ubisoft was expecting backlash because the concepts of NFTs are not an easy concept to grasp, once again directly insulting their paying customers. He assured those customers that Ubisoft would never force players to use Quartz, and went on to explain that its requirements to own a copy of the game and to have played for 2 hours made the platform a harder target for speculators. Wow, guys. They sure are thoughtful. They sure are very nice. They surely care about us. Surely. We so strongly believe that what we are doing with Quartz and Digits goes in the right direction, so we will keep integrating, obviously listening to what our fans are telling us and how they're telling us as we go, so we can also adapt what we're doing and where we're going. Well, clearly you're not listening to people because you're going to fucking Loserville. People don't want you to put NFTs in games, and everyone is saying that. I have seen so few comments throughout the past few weeks on social media. When people talk about NFTs, it's like not positive at all whatsoever. I have seen such little positivity around NFTs in the gaming industry. There are so few people who think that it's a good, positive thing for the industry, but it's just so that's the next move to make sure what we're doing will make even more sense to gamers. We're not stupid. We just don't like the idea of you shoving NFTs into our games. I understand that there are still people who don't know what NFTs are, / how they work, / how they can affect us. And it's one thing for a company like Ubisoft to say, you know, maybe people don't understand that this can be positive, but instead, they're insulting us by saying things like, oh, it's not for us, it's for you. Really, it's really beneficial. But they don't get it. They simply don't get it. NFTs are bullshit. Sankaku Complex, Vera is a woman of culture. I do use Sankaku Complex for quite a few of my videos / live streams. The problem with Sankaku Complex and using their articles on stream is the NSFW, which, I mean, if it pops up when I'm not streaming, it's really not that big of a deal, right? But like, sometimes that hentai could, listen, it pops up and you least expect it, and then if that pops up on stream, sheesh, that's not going to be a good situation. Objectification mode activated. Yeah. I do have the NSFW filter on, but, like, she is not very consistent. Your weapons will be worth real-world money. Yeah, that's how they're trying to get people. Oh, it's a investment. Oh, it's going to be worth real-world money. It's not that simple, though. Like, oh, once you get this item, you can sell it for real money, and that's it. It never goes away, even though that's how they try to explain it to people. The glitch in Cyberpunk is actually an NFT. See, the problem with that statement is what glitch? Because there's 50,000 glitches in Cyberpunk. That's my question. What glitch? I don't know anyone who is okay with NFTs. I know a couple of people that I've seen around, like, our community on comments on videos and live streams that have been, like, yeah, you know, I think that NFTs could be positive in the gaming industry if they're implemented correctly. And I feel like with almost, I don't want to say almost any system, but many systems could be, yes, properly utilized in the gaming industry. But the problem is that it's up to companies. And companies get greedy. And companies don't actually care about making things for players. They care about making things for players that can make them as much money as possible. It's not like they're making things because, oh, they actually care about us. Or it's beneficial to us. Cyberpunk is the glitch. Actually fucking true, though, Rick. Don't buy their products. Yeah, I mean, it's one way to get them to potentially not shove things like NFTs into games. The thing is that, like, with most games, there will always be people who will buy titles. Cyberclunk? Yeah, guys, Cyberpunk, we got cyber fucked on that one. Boy, oh boy, you always gotta beware the dangers of hentai. Sometimes I'm on Sankaku Complex looking for, oh yeah, I want to talk about this topic. Is there an article on Sankaku Complex? Because I like Sankaku Complex. Sometimes that hentai hits you when you are least expecting it. Cyberpunk is the game of the year, of course. Cyberpunk is the game of the decade, century, millennia. Cyberpunk is the best game that will ever exist. Cyberbank. We got cyber fucked on Cyberpunk. I can't believe it turned out to be so bad. But that's all that I really had to talk about with Ubisoft, you guys. I am sure in the coming weeks, months, probably years, I'm going to be talking about NFTs a lot here on the channel. A lot of companies want to push NFTs into games. They're really excited about the ideas of NFTs, ways that they can make money with NFTs. But that's all that I really had to discuss with Ubisoft. And next, we are going to move in to G4 TV. Yay! Yay! Everyone loves G4. Wow, yes. Guys, I was looking at this website, at their keyboards, and literally, have you guys seen through this whole fucking stream? It's been all keyboard ads. It has been, like, all fucking keyboard ads for this one place. Maybe it's a sign. Their keyboards are, like, $150, though. But they do look pretty see? Oh, those do look pretty fucking snazzy. My god, though. That's all it's been. Oh, it changed to a Porsche ad. Yeah, that's definitely better. I can definitely afford one of those for sure. Just look at what happened with Tifa in the Italian Senate. My girl Tifa. Oh, goodness. It's G4. Guys, I would like to say I never got contacted by Frost Kieran. Never happened. She said last week she was willing to do interviews with her critics, and she said, I bet no one is going to respond. No one's going to want to do an interview. And here we are, a week later. No email response, no Twitter response. I mean, of course, I did talk about it a couple days ago, but she did end up deleting everything off of her Twitter account. She's acting like nothing ever happened. But we are going to be talking about G4. Really quickly, though, guys, before we get into the final topic of the evening, if you're enjoying the stream, give it a like. If you're not, give it a dislike. Consider donating via Streamlabs. All donos pop up. $3 or more, text-to-speech activates. Support the channel via YouTube memberships, Patreon. Check out the Amazon wish list. All that fun stuff. Links are in the description. And, yeah, thank you guys for being here. So, you guys already know the Frosk situation. I've talked about it in a couple of videos at this point, a couple of live streams. But, as you all know, over the past few weeks, G4 and X Plays accounts have lost thousands of subscribers on YouTube and followers on Twitch over the Frost Kieran backlash. And over the past couple of days, there have been people bringing up the fact that their viewership and the activity in their channel on Twitch makes absolutely no goddamn sense. And a lot of people believe that they are viewbotting. And honestly, guys, it wouldn't be that surprising. And we'll talk about Kevin Pereira back in 2018 being banned on Twitch for viewbotting. But if we look at their YouTube channel is decent. YouTube with Social Blade sometimes doesn't report correctly. But a lot of the days, 30,000 views, 33,000 views, 41,000 views. Not that bad. They are in the net negative when it comes to this month, obviously. Or the past month, I should say. Because of the Frost Kieran situation, losing thousands of subscribers. And they have lost thousands. 4 or 5. They've lost 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. And if we go over to their Twitch, in the Social Blade for their Twitch, their views are all over the place. Their daily video views. Some days... Now, for the benefit of the doubt, sometimes, yes, Social Blade doesn't show numbers correctly. Sometimes The day before's numbers can be rolled into the next day. Sometimes they're a little bit inaccurate. But these are some very big differences here. So you've got some days with 280,000 video views, 128,000 views, 617,000 views. The next day, 3,000 views. The day after that, 756 views. 561 views. Then it goes to 10,000 views, 8,000 views, 11,000 views, 6,000 views, 400 views, 200 views, 500 views, 121,000 views. Their viewership is all over the place. And about a week ago, one of the G4 TV DMs, one of the screenwriters for G4, decided to tweet this out. Y'all, Invitation to Party had over 30,000 viewers tonight. Let's go at G4 TV. As you can see, he did share a screenshot. It says 30,000 people watching. And if we go to the actual VOD, this was the same one. As you can see, the title is the same. As it says, D&D presents Invitation to Party, The Scoundrels of Waterdeep. And then if we go here, it's the same exact thing. And I decided I'd scroll a little bit into it. This is like 20 minutes into it, right, chat? So you'd think, meh. You know? The screenshot that he shared showed 30,000 viewers. So we have to imagine, judging by posts, that at some point during the stream they had 30,000 viewers. So I just clicked literally a random spot in the video to check. Look at the chat, and look at how much the chat is moving for a stream that apparently had 30,000 active viewers on it. Guys, our chat is moving faster than this. Their chat is not moving at all. That, to me, doesn't say they had 30,000 viewers in their stream. I understand there is a big portion of people who watch live streams that are lurkers, that aren't chatting. It is what it is. But 30,000 people were supposedly in this stream. And this is as fast as it goes. That is very, very suspicious. To me, that doesn't indicate 30,000 viewers being on that stream. And if we look at their... Why did they auto-direct to such random channels? And if we look at their VODs, I don't want to hear them. I don't want to hear it. If we look at their recent broadcasts, let's not look at the newest one, because it only went up 5 hours ago. It's only been offline for an hour. I'll be generous, okay? 4 days ago, 21,000 viewers. Day before, 36,000 viewers. Okay. 20 to 30,000 viewers on these. Seems fair. 590,000 views. That's the one that they apparently had 30,000 viewers on. 300,000 viewers. They do have quite a few here, 300,000 views. But then they have ones that are 21,000 views. 9,000 views. And their chats are moving slow. So slow. On the stream that supposedly had 30,000 active viewers and that has 600,000 views. And of course, a big reason why people believe that they're viewbotting, and it's really, honestly, it's pretty convincing, at least from the evidence that I saw. Back in 2018, Kevin Pereira's The Attack channel was banned on Twitch for viewbotting. I remember this situation happening. I had mentioned this back at the beginning of the Frusk situation. But It says, although exact details appear to be sketchy, it appears that Kevin Pereira's The Attack channel has been banned from Twitch. He had actually removed it. He had hit the channel, he had removed the channel, and then they ended up banning it. But it says the ban stems from the usage of viewbotting to bolster the dwindling viewer count for the channel. While many criticize and condemn his actions, many also agree with his action, which amounted to a few hundred views, isn't as heinous as Fortnite streamer Ninja's use of a racial slur. They literally said, viewbotting is his viewbotting. This is the fucking gaming industry in a nutshell. Fucking game journos. They literally said, it's okay that he viewbotted because it's not as bad as Ninja using a racial slur. Like, what the fuck? It says, for those unaware, he co-hosted Attack of the Show on G4 from 2006 to 2012, and afterwards, in 2014, he created The Attack on Twitch, an intended spiritual successor to the rather successful TV show. Now, however, the Twitch channel appears to have slowly been dying with a peak viewer count of around 300 viewers a week. Furthermore, one of the pressing factors that led to Pereira's decision was his team who relied on the channel for a paycheck. Notably, though, he owned up to his mistake as evidenced by the image below. Several reasons could have quickened the fall of the channel, with many viewers citing Pereira's deal with Disney. And I also did want to point out with their live streams, guys. So as you saw, apparently, supposedly, they had 30,000 viewers on a stream. They were streaming earlier. When I had started stream, they were streaming. They had 5,000 viewers. So they went from 5,000 viewers today to just the other day, a week ago, having 30,000 viewers. Seems pretty suspicious. As soon as they get called out, their viewership drops. Seems pretty suspicious. I know that a couple people have talked about it. I know that Quartering had talked about it. Ryan Kinnell had talked about it. It is very fucking suspicious. Definitely. It says, while the deal with Disney appears to be the most heavily criticized decision by the channel, he defended the deal by saying the channel would have ended much sooner without it, and it would absolutely do that deal again given the chance. Despite the heavy criticisms of his viewbotting, several Redditors were also sympathetic about the circumstances surrounding his decision to cheat, acknowledging that both his bad decision acknowledging both his bad decision and the sympathies of his audience. He stated that a mistake for the right reasons is still a mistake for the right reasons. His right reasons were basically just bolstering viewership so that he could pop up on more recommendeds. And of course, to no one's surprise, my goodness, chat. We know, with the Frost Kieran situation, the G4 TV Reddit has been going a little crazy. They have been silencing a lot of people, removing a lot of posts, and yesterday, someone commented in their General G4, so what's this about viewbotting? And the moderators removed it. This person only simply asked a question. What is this situation with viewbotting? Why are people accusing G4 of viewbotting? And they completely removed it. People are saying things like, it reached the front page and the numbers grew, nothing more. And that's, yes, when streams hit the front page of Twitch, obviously new viewers go in. There's lots of new people watching, new followers, whatever the case may be. But it's so drastic. And as soon as they got called out, that viewership dropped. Somebody said they obviously aren't viewbotting. I don't know. Judging by a lot of the evidence that I've seen, it seems like they were viewbotting. Now, I don't know this for a fact. It's just a sneaking suspicion. But a lot of people also feel that this could be the case because, of course, Kevin Pereira has viewbotted in the past. He has gotten banned for it, and he has had a massive viewbot controversy before. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe they're not viewbotting. But it definitely seems pretty fucking suspicious. So, guys, that's all I had to talk about in tonight's live stream. We talked about G4, Ubisoft, PlayStation, Sony buying Bungie, Brie Larson, and Snow White actress Rachel Zegler. I'm going to hang out and chat for a bit longer. Not ending stream yet. So if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure to give it a like. If you're not, give it a dislike. Consider donating via Streamlabs. All donations pop up. $3 or more text-to-speech activates. Become a member via YouTube memberships. A Dark Titan via Patreon. All of the support helps. If you guys have any questions you'd like to ask or topics you want me to discuss, feel free to leave them in chat. I'd be happy to answer them. And chat about anything you guys have to ask. Gamergate did it? Probably. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of the Gamergate argument during this whole G4 situation. Honestly, I'm surprised that in Frost's initial rant, she didn't go, Gamergaters! I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. Maybe they're not viewbotting. What do I know? Shut the fuck up, Stream Deck. What do I know? Maybe they're not viewbotting. Just seems very suspicious. But yeah, I never got an email back. Well, Frost's email that she put on social media was fucking fake. But I never got an email. I never got a tweet, a DM. And she hasn't done any interviews with anyone yet. It's been a week. Because it happened last Tuesday. But she hasn't done any interviews yet. Goodness gracious, maybe soon, chat. Sony owns Bungie. Yes, they announced today that they are purchasing Bungie for $3.6 billion. Yeah, I'm curious to see what they're going to create. Obviously, Destiny was kind of supposed to be like a new Halo. So I feel like they're just going to, again, try to create another Halo. The Halo killer. What the hell is viewbotting? So it's when you pay for bots to be put on a stream or a video to inflate views. So let's say, because there's like websites for it. Let's say I bought a Viewbot. Maybe my views would go up by like a couple hundred viewers. It inflates the viewer count so that it hopefully gets pushed into more like recommendeds, like, oh hey, there's lots of people watching this, so you should go and click it. It's fucking scummy. It's fucking scummy. Also, did you guys hear about the Bloodborne demake? Have you guys downloaded it? It came out yesterday. In 24 hours, the Bloodborne demake has over 100,000 downloads. I will be downloading it tonight. Maybe I'll stream it at some point. Do you guys want to see me stream the Bloodborne demake? I think it looks fucking sick. Frosk is clearly intimidated by the bright orange. She could never pull that off. Maybe. She's worn a wig before. In her... on the show. Like, and it's supposed to look like her natural hair. I noticed this. I was going through some of the clips and some of the previous streams. And a couple of them, you can tell she's wearing a wig, but it's supposed to look like the hair that she actually has. But it looks so fake. Maybe it's just me that's noticing it, because obviously I know a lot about hair. And maybe it's just me. It's a pretty bad wig, though. Listen, lady. Go out and spend a couple $100s on one. It looks pretty bad. I don't know. I mean, hey, she can wear whatever she wants and look the way that she wants. Good for her. Wasn't there a deal in the work with the quartering? Supposedly, he was trying to come up with... So apparently he was trying to do an interview with Frost, but he never announced a date or a time, and he had tweeted like yesterday that he didn't think that it was gonna happen. Well, like no guys, like in the rant that she did that blew up about sexism in gaming, she wasn't wearing a wig then. But like in some of the in some of the clips, you can tell that she's wearing a wig. I mean, hey, she can do whatever she wants, right? But I don't get it because it's supposed to look like her natural hair. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It just really doesn't. That's what it is. I mean, she can wear what she wants and dress what she wants. Dress the way she wants. But yeah, apparently the Quartering was in contact with her agent. He was trying to get an interview, but we never got a confirmation on a date and a time. Yeah, and I heard that yesterday he decided to back out because he was taking, like, social media flack for it. That's... seems like a I'm gonna be honest. I mean, it seems maybe like an excuse. Maybe he was getting so much backlash that he decided not to do it. But I don't know. He doesn't strike me as the type of person to just kind of back out of having a conversation with someone because he's taking heat on social media. So what's your wig experience, Vera? None. I have never worn a wig. I have never purchased a wig. Let me scroll up a little bit. My theory is that once the last two big expansions for Destiny 2 come out, they'll be done with that and make Destiny 3 PlayStation exclusive. Not a new IP, but a different entry in the franchise. Well, the problem with that is that we know that right now they are working on a new IP. So, if they're already working on a new IP, they'd want to finish that because Destiny 3 isn't in the works, so they'd have to put out that new IP first, most likely. So we're gonna get a new IP before we get Destiny 3. No, okay, let's not make comments about like that one, Game Wiz. Let's not talk about Frost's sexuality or the way she lives her life. It is what it is. She's allowed to live her life the way that she wants to. Let's not give people like her ammunition. Kill them with kindness, chat. Put smiles in chat. And if you don't, well, you're in trouble. Banned. Easy. Smiles. These people hate us. True. There are a lot of people that hate other people online. That's just the way that the internet works. That's the only thing with the internet is when you hate someone, you can say it as much as you want. No need to apologize. It's just we don't want to give people like her ammunition. We don't want to sit here and shit talk her because of her sexuality or the way she lives her life, because then we are doing what she says we're doing and being toxic and mean and nasty on the internet. We don't want to do that. Let's not stoop to specific people's levels. Kill them with kindness. Yeah, look at all those fucking creepy smiley faces. My god. But yeah, guys, the Bloodborne demake PSX. I'm gonna download it tonight, and I wanted to know if you guys wanted me to stream it at some point. I know that I had asked in yes, stream the demake. Yes, stream Bloodborne demake. I have never finished Bloodborne. I never played a lot of Bloodborne. Sorry, chat. I know! I never played a shit ton of Bloodborne. But this demake looks fucking sick. Yeah, those are the smiles. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for the smiles, chat. Yeah, love Frost in the right direction. Rachel Zegler would be so proud of you. Frost is cute. Okay. I mean, that's maybe a little much. I mean, everyone can say their opinions. I want to see you play the demake. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna play it, but I'm gonna download it tonight, and I'll probably play it a bit off stream, and I might stream it at some point. I think it looks fucking sick. And I think they did a great job. As far as I'm aware, it's not the full game. It's a portion of the game. It's like half of the original game or something. Because they couldn't do all of it. Or they just didn't get around to doing all of it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's not the full game. Which, either way, it's still fucking impressive. Because it's like 5 or 6 hours worth of content, they said. But yeah, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, give it a like, donate, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks for being here. Much appreciated. That's not what I meant to click. There we go. That's what I meant to click. Easy. Susan likes bright, pretty smiles. Yeah, guys, bright, pretty smiles. Yes. Susan loves the smiles. Stream Marvel for Switch? What do you mean Marvel? I never played a lot of big games, don't sweat it. I try to play most games. As many as I can play. And there are games that, you know, I have played, but I never got around to finishing, or I never played like a giant, crazy, big amount of, that I never got like completionist on. But yeah. Did you try Pokemon? No, I did not purchase the new Pokemon. I did not. It is on the Amazon wishlist. It's not a game that I currently plan on streaming. Like maybe at some point. But it is on the Amazon wishlist. It's already on Amazon $10 off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ugh. Yeah, Susan, the CEO of YouTube. Yeah, Pokemon Arceus. Yeah, I didn't purchase Pokemon Arceus at launch. I personally, even from watching gameplay, from the trailers I thought it, from the gameplay I've seen, it looks graphically like shit. But maybe it would still be a fun game. I don't know. Maybe it'd still be an awesome game. I've heard people that are pretty back and forth on it. I'll give it a try at some point. You should return to Minecraft with the 1.18 patch. I mean, I have been playing Minecraft, just on and off. I haven't streamed it, though. I have played it since the new update. Whatever happened to that DC Comics MMO? Oh, what was it called? Yeah, DCUO. Yeah, DC Universe Online. I mean, let's check Steam. Steam says it is free to play. $42 for the starter pack and the power bundle. I mean, looks fine, I guess. I mean, it is a bit outdated now, it seems like. The superhero MMO? I think that's the one that you guys were talking about. Yeah, Pokemon Arceus is the new open world game. It's the new open worlder. What are you going to be streaming next? So, we've still got a bit until Horizon Forbidden West and Elden Ring come out. By the way, guys, I saw that someone purchased Horizon Forbidden West and Stranger of Paradise off the Amazon wishlist. A couple days ago I saw this, which first of all, thank you. Whoever did it, I don't know if you're in stream because I don't know who did it. I don't get notifications when people buy things. So I can't thank you for buying it. So whoever bought it, if you're in chat, thank you. Feel free to reach out to me or let me know in chat. But I don't get a notification, so, like, I can't say, hey, thank you for buying this off the Amazon wish list. Hey, thank you for sending this to me. I also don't get updates on tracking, which, listen, Amazon, you guys gotta get your fucking shit together. But whoever it was, thank you. I don't know who it is, though. It could have been Elon Musk for all I know. Who fucking knows? I'm clueless. How much for a new graphics card, gang? The companies have completely sold out. Now we're stuck with $1 bin cards? New, huh? How much for a new graphics card? Is that what you're asking? Do you have any thoughts on the new Star Wars attraction at Disney? The Galactic Star Cruiser? I've seen a lot of information on it. I know that, like, Ryan Kinnell's been covering it a lot. That's really the only information I know about it. I personally don't have, like, any strong thoughts on it, primarily because I don't go to theme parks, and I've never been to Disney, and I probably wouldn't go specifically for the Star Wars attraction. So, like, I don't have a shit ton of thoughts on it, but I think that it sounds pretty fucking stupid. The way that it's being described. Still rocking a 980. I bought my 3080 for $1,500 on Newegg. I can't get a 3090. I'm gonna have to take a loan out for a 3090 at this point. They're like $3,500 on eBay. Chat, this isn't okay. I'm rocking a 2070 Super, and it's great. Don't get me wrong. It still works perfectly. I need a 3090, and those motherfuckers are like $3,000. My God, and you can't find them anywhere. Goodness gracious. 3090. How much? Yeah, like, they're like $3,000. They've gone down a tiny bit. 3,300. I can't. You need a loan for that? No, it's just me being dramatic. I've been trying to get my hands on one. There's no way to even snipe them at this point. There's nowhere to snipe them from. Nowhere's relisted them. In weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. In months. At this rate, actually. I'm still trying to get a PS5. I luckily got my PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X the first round of pre-orders. But damn. It's rough to get all these things right now. 660. Well, the thing is with my PC, obviously I'm streaming, I'm playing video games, I'm video editing, I'm doing everything with one computer. So, like, maybe I should probably, at some point, do a streaming PC and then my normal PC for editing and stuff. But, like, graphics cards are so hard to get right now. Like, if I got a 3090 and I had my 2070 Super, maybe. Patience, you will eventually get one. Shut the fuck up, Yoda. Patience, Padawan. No, I'm not gonna be patient. I need it. Elden Ring hype. I am very, very fucking excited for Elden Ring. Guys, Elden Ring launch day, I will be here live streaming it. I'm excited. I can't wait to play it. I hope it's not garbage. I hope it's good. I hope it's interesting. I hope it's fun. Guys, if you have any last minute questions or topics you'd like me to discuss, put them into chat. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description. Follow me on social media. Join our Discord server. Donate. Become a member. Patreon. All that fun stuff. I will soon be announcing the next supporter slash Patreon/member/donator stream. If you are a member via YouTube memberships, Patreon supporter, you get access to those live streams. And I will be announcing the next supporter stream soon. When does the Gollum game come out, by the way, guys? I was thinking about that the other day. That's like one game I don't know when it comes out. Have they announced? Gollum strategy game. I don't even remember what it's called. Yeah. It's not gonna pop up. These motherfuckers. Planned release date. Lurking until the time is right. You guys thought you were pretty fucking funny, huh? You guys think you're pretty funny. Lurking until the time is right. I can't wait for this to come out either. What is your favorite flavor of gum? Cherry limeade. Very random question. But I'll take it. You'd never... performance difference? Oh, you never know a performance difference between the 3080 and 3090. I can't get a 3080 or a 3090. I would take either. Hey, if anyone's casually got a couple 3080s or 3090s sitting around, hit me up. When does the Evil Dead game come out? Evil Dead game. I don't know what it's specifically called. They announced 3 days ago. It has been delayed. It was supposed to come out in February this month. It was supposed to come out this month. But 3 days ago, they announced that it was being delayed. Now it's moved to May 13th. Feels pretty fucking bad, man. Feels pretty bad. Will there be riddles? Maybe. Hopefully. Sell your hair? What the fuck? Why would I sell my fucking hair? What are your thoughts on the metaverse, Vera? I don't really have too many thoughts on it. Vera, please, you will get wrecked in Elden Ring. Yeah, look who's talking. I'll be fine. I'll do great. Don't you worry. Deathless stream. I'm not gonna die. In Elden Ring. At all. We'll have to take out a loan just to go to Disney World really soon if the price for the Star Wars Star Cruiser is going to cost $6,000. Yeah, that's fucking nutty. It's crazy. It's too much for me. Yeah, that is too crazy. When is the next Batman game? I don't even know. Do they have a Batman game in the works? No, I don't think so. I don't think... Yeah, no, there's not a Batman game in the works, I don't think. Well, there's Gotham Knights. But that's not a Batman game. It's not like a Batman Arkham Knight or anything. Famous last words? Yep. Metaverse will be a failure because VR headsets are not even 1% of the market. Google was sure that Stadia would be a hit. Look how that turned out. Hey guys, have you heard about Google Stadia? It's my favorite system. I love Google Stadia. Google Stadia is absolutely amazing. You mean your hair is more important than a 3090? I mean, that's such like a loaded question because like I don't need a 3090, but I also don't need hair. So like, no, but a 3090 is just like an object. Like, what kind of question is that? Google what now? Google Stadia. It's absolutely amazing. We love Google Stadia around here. How long have you had your hair so red? It's lovely, thank you. But looks like you keep it so bright on the daily. I have had my hair this color for probably, well, first of all, it's natural. But let's say it wasn't natural. Probably like 5 years. Stadia still exists? Yeah, Stadia is still technically a thing. Just because it's not succeeding doesn't mean it's not a thing. It's still technically a thing. I don't know who would spend money on it, but it still exists. Great. But alright, you guys. I am gonna wrap up stream here in just a minute. Thank you all so much for stopping by tonight and hanging out the past few hours. Much appreciated. I will be streaming again on Thursday evening, everyone. I'm not sure what I will be playing yet. Maybe some Final Fantasy XIV, continuing my journey in the game. I started it a couple of days ago on Sunday. I've played a little bit off stream, but I might be playing Final Fantasy XIV on stream. Maybe Thursday. I will let you guys know tomorrow, though, when I'll be streaming. If you guys enjoyed the stream, make sure to give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way. Join our Discord server. We're very active there, and I do tag you all when I go live in case YouTube doesn't notify you of the live streams. And we also have a Dark Titan content tab so you can see everything that I post. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Minds, BitChute, Odyssey, Parler. Not Parler, Getter, sorry. Thank you, Chris.
Christopher donated $10. I cannot lie. I am psyched for the Batman in 2
I
weeks.
hope that the Batman movie is good. I'm gonna watch it. I'm worried, but I do also really hope that the Batman is good. But thank you, Christopher, for the $10 donation. Much appreciated. But yeah, guys, follow me on social media. Join our Discord server. Next stream will be Thursday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern. Check out today's... I didn't put up a video today. Check out yesterday's videos if you haven't seen them yet. I've talked about, a lot of different stuff. Past couple days I've talked about Snow White and censorship and Genshin Impact and Guilty Gear Strive, all that fun stuff. But yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by and have a fantastic evening, everyone.